As a psychotherapist, very few things bother me as much as the stigma surrounding mental health does. Let's take a look at the causes for mental health disorders. Anxiety, for instance, is one of the most common ones these days. Why do someone develop anxiety? Well, there's two components. There's the genetic component. Somebody might be more likely to develop anxiety based on this genetic predisposition. Perhaps a parent, a grandparent had anxiety in the past, and we have that predisposition. Doesn't mean that we will develop anxiety, but we are more likely than other people to do so. And then there's the environmental component. So perhaps there's a traumatic experience in your life, or the accumulation of stress sustained in time might have triggered that anxiety. First of all, very important first point, if you have anxiety, is through no fault of your own, right? So that's part of how we remove the stigma. Now, if you do have anxiety, anxiety affects how you feel, of course, but also how you behave and how you think. So that's why it's so hard to cope with anxiety. Now, if you have anxiety and you're still going to school and going to work and caring for others and trying to be a good father, son, daughter, friend, then kudos to you. You are a rock star in my book, right? So I'm very proud of you for doing so. It's not easy to have anxiety. And then the third point is, it's very likely, or more likely than not, that everyone will experience some mental health episode or disorder in their lifetime. It is estimated that about 60% of the adult population in the United States will meet the criteria at some point of their lives for some mental health disorder. So if you are lucky enough to be in that 40% that will not develop a mental health disorder, then be kind to others. It's hard enough to have to go through these things with having people looking down on us because we are perceived as weak or whatever, right? So be kind to people that are coping with mental health disorders. If you are in the 60% that will develop or has or is experiencing some mental health disorder, then know that there's help out there. There's therapy, there's medication, there's all sorts of things. So mental health can be dealt with, and there's plenty of resources out there for you to try.